In the chloroplast of plant cells, photosynthesis is what I'm all about. A water molecule enters a cell and gives off its 2 electrons. Now an O2 can leave the cell, but the hydrogens stay in the thylakoid. Now a beam of light that hits the cell, the photons go to chlorophyll. They enter in photosystem 2 and raise the energy of the electrons. The electrons move down the electron transport chain, where they pull hydrogen ions into the thylakoid and make a concentration gradient. The electrons go to photosystem 1 and re-energize by light energy and are joined to NADP, make an NADPH, which goes to the Calvin cycle. Now ATP is made from the concentration gradient. The energy from the gradient makes the protons leave through. ATP synthase joins an ATP in a phosphate group, making ATP for the plant to use. Now the NADPH goes to the Calvin cycle, so let's move along. The NADPH, they drop off their electrons to the Calvin cycle. 3 CO2s begin the cycle are fixed by Rubisco to RUBP in the cycle, which makes 3 6-carbon compounds and splits into 6 pGals, then converts into G3P. 6 NADPH are used. 1 G3P can leave the cycle to make glucose. The 5 stay. 5 G3P are re-energized. So all in all in the Calvin cycle, 6 NADPH are used. 9 ATP are used. Back to the big picture. 6 H2O, 6 CO2, light energy yields 6 O2 and a glucose. That's photosynthesis.
Cellular respiration. It converts food into energy. It happens in organisms of all sorts. Even in plants it occurs. It powers all living things. Every minute of the day, it happens in 3 stages. Glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and etc. Hopping right out of glucose. 2 pyruvates are created, along with 2 NADH, with a negative of 2 ATP, all in the cytoplasm, and is anaerobic, which does not require oxygen. Then we move on to the matrix. The cycle takes place. Pyruvates are oxidized. They are into acetyl CoA. Then turn to citric acid. Even my blind could see that CO2 is released because of leftovers. Energy is stored in NADH and FADH, but screw it though. They are taken to the ETC and finally be used to make ATP. Did I mention 2 ATPs are made? Next we move on to the ETC because we have energy ready. Put it in the NADH and FADH. They give a final electron. It travels down the chain, all in the inner mitochondrial membrane. It slowly releases energy to create a proton motive force. The proton motive force is made of hydrogen ions, and it powers oxidative phosphorylation to make plenty of ATP. The hydrogen travel through the ATP synthase to power a phosphate group to be added to ATP to make ATP. Yeah, your mic drop.